The World Cup has been pretty exciting so far. There's been lots of talking points, lots of excitement. Some groups are starting to look more and more clearer about who will progress, while some groups still remain hanging in the balance. Group F is one of those groups that remain maybe somewhat uncertain. We've got Netherlands, Tunisia, Sweden, and Japan. And Victor, speaking about Netherlands, Netherlands will be hoping, they avoid staying outside the top two ahead of the last round of fixtures. And based on that, what kind of fixture can we expect, given what is at stake for both sides?
I think even with all this tension and with all the drama and everything that is at stake, I believe it will be an open game though. Both sides are going to want to seal qualification and will be going for it. I think Sweden are more top heavy. They will want to attack and not have to concede possession and defend with what is in essence a subpar defense. The Dutch are rather the opposite. I think their defense is their biggest strength, so they would be fine letting the Swedes attack more. This should be a very good game, really.
Interesting. And then speaking about underdogs, this might seem like one of those games where the underdogs are not exactly underdogs, but the bookmakers still have Sweden as the underdog tier max. But what are their chances of getting a result against Netherlands in Houston?
I mean, yeah, they scored five in the first game, but there was Tunisia, and they basically scored every single moment they had. There was such a clinical team in that this day, but I feel like Netherlands defense, yeah, they conceded two against Japan, but still their defense is pretty solid, and I feel like if they can cover this Gyökeres and Isak, which they were doing in Premier League every single week, Van Dijk, Van de Ven, Van Heike, everybody else, they're all playing in the same league and they know what to expect from them. And if they can stop them, I feel like it's going to be an easy game for Netherlands. But still, I feel like both teams are scoring. It should be interesting to watch, but it feels like Netherlands is better part for this game.
Yeah, fair point. And then we go over to the other two sides in Group F, starting with Japan, Victor. Japan showed some good fighting spirit to come from behind twice against Netherlands, to play out to a 2-2 draw. Based on that showing, do you fully expect them to beat Tunisia?
Even had Japan lost to the Netherlands, I would still have expected them to beat Tunisia. I mean, there are levels to this game. Tunisia used to be a bit stronger. They looked better at the last two World Cups, 2022, 2018. Right now, they're all over the place. They only have one victory in 2026. That was a 1-0 against Haiti in a friendly. Put the whole managerial change mess on top of this, and it's a recipe for disaster. It's the worst situation to be in. This will be a practice match for Japan.
Oh, wow, interesting. And then speaking about Tunisia themselves, Mark, Tunisia's 5-1 defeat to Sweden was actually their heaviest in World Cup history. It was so humiliating to them that they had to sack their head coach, Sabi Lamouchi, and they appointed Avi Renard mid-tournament. For those who do not know, this is Tunisia's second manager in the space of 6 months. They also sacked their previous coach after getting knocked out of the last AFCON. But the question is Avi Renard going to be able to, in quotes, save them mid-tournament?
I mean, yeah, this famous manager bounce, but I feel like it's not gonna happen here because Japan was always consistent against the side that are much weaker than them. They never had some troubles with that. They just score two and chill out. And I feel like this game is gonna be the same. Yeah, Tunisia didn't look that terrible against Sweden. They just conceded every single shot on target, basically. But I still feel like Japan is a much bigger side at the moment, and also they've shown some resilience against Netherlands. So I feel like, as Victor said, it should be a pretty easy game for Japan.
Fair enough. And then we go to both predictions for this game, Victor.
Japan are scoring at least three.
Yes. Max, yes.
I'd say over 3.5 in both games.
3.5 is the game. Interesting. And then obviously score prediction starting with you, Max. Netherlands, Sweden.
I'd say 3-1 Netherlands.
Victor, yes.
I've got Netherlands as well, but with 2-1.
And then finally, Tunisia, Japan, Max.
3-1 Japan.
Victor.
4-0, if not more.
Okay, we're just going to have to wait and see. Those are our thoughts for Group F ahead of the second round of games in the group. Everything looks promising. Everything looks exciting. We are set for proper game of football. Everything looks like we know how these games will end, but this is the beauty of the World Cup. You really never know what's coming, and we'll be here to give all the best talking points, all the best reactions as they happen.